Now to something completely different. Akira Kurosawa's Japanese version of Macbeth, Throne of Blood, released in 1957 to critical acclaim. Macbeth is a ferocious looking samurai in feudal Japan and is renamed Washizu. His wife is Asaji, and just like in Shakespeare's original, she knows her husband's inner thoughts and feelings better than anyone. Shakespeare's Lady Macbeth knows that Macbeth desires power, but needs a push to catch the nearest way. As she says in her soliloquy in Act 1, Scene 5, Asaji in Throne of Blood knows this too, but is more direct and blunt. Referring to the reigning warlord, Suzuki, an equivalent of Duncan, she asks, "Does he know what lies in the depths of your heart?" Washizu Macbeth responds furiously, "In my heart, nothing lies there." To which Asaji, Lady Macbeth, says with a small calm smile, "I know otherwise."
あなたの心の底をご存じないからです。
俺の心？俺の心には何もない。
それは嘘です。
Note the contrast in the couple's expressions and body language. Washizu Macbeth is indignant and pumped up, whilst Asaji Lady Macbeth, her body is very still until she slowly moves her head to confirm her better knowledge of her husband with a small creepy smile. Nonetheless, Washizu Macbeth certainly seems a more honourable man than the original character, leading Asaji Lady Macbeth to suggest he has no choice but to commit murder, because the equivalent of Banquo Miki is likely to tell Suzuki Duncan anyway about the supernatural predictions.
それを大殿がお信じになるでしょうか。ミキ殿からあの予言のお話を聞いても。
ミキは子供の時から夢の友だ。そのような平様にはせん。
出世功名のためなれば、親が子を殺し、子が親を殺す世の中です。
And so Asaji Lady Macbeth forces her husband to go through with the murder of Suzuki Duncan by planting the idea inside his head that failure to act will result in him being betrayed and outmaneuvered by his good friend Miki Banquo, because, like himself, he also received favourable mystical prophecies. This is an interesting change from the Shakespearean original, but not as radical as it seems at first sight. The original Macbeth is clearly close to Banquo, as implied in their joint presence, not just with the witches in Act 1, Scene 3, but also in front of Duncan in Act 1, Scene 4. In Act 1, Scene 2, Duncan refers to them as a pair, as our captains, Macbeth and Banquo, whilst their confidential conversation in Act 1, Scene 3, including frank questions such as, "Do you not hope your children shall be kings?" suggests a certain intimacy between them, although not the fierce and loyal simplicity of Washizu Macbeth's "He is my best friend." Additionally, the audience in Shakespeare's original are often left to wonder about Banquo's own ambitions. They become quickly aware of the Macbeth's desires through their illuminating soliloquies, but Banquo's thoughts are much harder to ascertain and open to greater interpretation by individual actors. Yes, in Act 3, Scene 1, he is finally allocated a soliloquy, wondering whether the witches could be my oracles as well and set me up in hope. But crucially, Lady Macbeth never suggests Banquo could be a genuine threat to their power quest. It is Macbeth himself, unable to relax and tormented by the thought of future threats to his security, who declares that there is none but Banquo whose being I do fear, whilst his dearest Chuck wife is left to be innocent of the knowledge of Banquo's subsequent murder until she applauds the deed. Asaji, Lady Macbeth, is relentless in her battering of her husband to act. She continues with the idea that Miki Banquo is likely to betray him, all the time speaking chillingly quietly and barely moving.
所詮人に殺されぬためには人を殺さねばならぬまっせです。私はもうミキ殿が大殿に申し上げてしまったのではないかと、そればかりが心配で。
This exploration of 4 different Lady Macbeths has only focused on their early appearances in each film. So what of all our Lady Macbeths later in their respective movies? Well, all of them go mad and become obsessed by blood, as in Shakespeare's original. And I guess if they could, they'd all probably turn back time to make a brand new start of it. Of course they can't. There's a moral message here that the film directors all adapt faithfully from Shakespeare. Killing someone will cause havoc with your conscience. Don't do it. All it achieves is a metaphorical nightmare of a lifetime within a city that doesn't sleep. Good day. Thanks for watching.